on CSS, and I am going to show you a brief of JavaScript. We are not going to work on JavaScript, but we are going to use JavaScript. Understand? Not directly, but indirectly we'll be using it. You will be understanding it actually. Today we are going to work on CSS overflow property, and I will also introduce you to React JS. I'm going to introduce you to React JS also, and I'll also show you something called W3 Schools demo. It will be helpful to understand CSS in a much better way. It's playful environment. Right. What is overflow? Any idea? Overflow means, imagine I have taken a div. Imagine I have taken a div like this. Can we take div, right? And in this, I am adding content. I'm adding content like this. Imagine headings. Now the content is more than the container size. The content is more than the container size. In that case, what you wanted to, whether you show the scroll bar or you just hide the content without scroll bar, what you wanted to do will be decided by this workflow. This is a workflow property. Got your point? Now let us try this. CSS saying index dot HTML. We are going to now let us see here. I'm creating a div, right? And inside this div, I wanted to display some country names, some country names. And now what I will do, I'll say H1, Bharat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bharat, then Israel, Russia, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, any country name, USA, London is a country name, United Kingdom, then Hong Kong, Saudi Argentina. Like this, I have added around 10 countries names. Everything is inside div. We already know the behavior of the div, that according to the content, the height and width will be changed. That is the behavior of the div, and div default display value is blocked. Now let me try to give some background color to this. I'll say style.css, and I am linking that CSS here. Yes, I am linking that CSS, and for this div, I am giving ID 1. I am giving, and here what I will do, I will say hash 1 background color. I can give background color or I can give background image also. Let me try to give background color. Some antique white I have given it. Now if I open this, now it is displaying like this. And why it is taking full width, the reason is because of display block. And why it is taking this much height is because according to the content it will be adjusting. We know the behavior of it. Now let me show you. Now I'll be removing around 5 country names. I have removed it. Now you see here automatically height will be reduced. Why? Because div reduce height and width is according to its content mainly. In this case, display block means width will be taken fully, height according to the content. But now what I wanted to do, I don't want it to give the width and height of it according to the content. I don't want like that. I don't want like that. In that case, what I want it a smaller one. So display block means it is taking full, which I don't want it. So what I will do for this, I will give display inline block. That means width and height can be controlled, and it will take according to the content. No, according to the content, it is taking. Now, and width also can be controlled if I want it. Now, I don't want this big. I don't want this big. I want smaller. So, what I will do, I will be giving height around 400 pixels. I am giving pixels. I can give percentage. Now, right now, I am giving pixels, so you can understand easily. Pixels I have given it. The dB starting from here and ended here. But what about this content? This is overflowing. If it is overflowing, what you want it to do is overflow property. Now, if I say overflow, we have hidden. Overflow hidden means, now see here, if I refresh it, whichever the content going out of the div is not displaying. But it is not scrollable yet. It is not scrollable yet. But instead of hidden, if I give visible, then it is displaying. That is the default value. Visible is the default value. Understanding overflow, visible and hidden. Right. Now I don't want it to show, but I want it to give the user to scroll it. In that case, I will use scroll. I will use scroll. Now scroll bar is gone. Understanding what I am saying? So, if I give fixed width to a div, the content may overflow. If it is less than the container, no problem. If it is more than the container, then what you want it to do? The problem. So either you display it or hide it, or you put it in a scroll. That is what overflow CSS property is. You might be seeing so many websites, you'll be seeing like this. Imagine if this is the website web page, they will be displaying a big image here first normally, and they will display text like this. Within this, they'll get small boxes like this. Like this, usually you find in so many layouts. Like this, they'll be doing, and they'll be mentioning it about their site, about their products, and something like that. The content is more, they'll be putting it as overflow scroll. In that only it will be scroll. Understood? Overflow scroll. Clear? Complicated? No. Next, I'm going to show you a demo. Here I have it as a what is mark link. Right? We have worked on images, right? Yes. But if we go in depth, we can apply filters also. We can apply filters also. Filter, that is also CSS property. Like we have background image is a CSS property, border radius is a CSS property, width is a CSS property, height is a CSS property. Filter is also a CSS property, which you can give multiple values. Now, see, just to show you an example, I am just selecting filter invert. Is it showing like negative? Remember, I have observed it. That is another effect. And blur. If I give blur, now see, little blur, right? Is showing. Now, if you see, the pineapple is showing clearly. But if I apply blur effect, it is showing a bit blur. And the brightness, we can increase the brightness. And the contrast, drop shadow, grayscale. Grayscale means black and white. You rotate, see, are able to see the colors. You can find it in some camera apps. While taking picture, you will be selecting multiple options. Right? How the picture you want to be. It's like that. Invert, we have seen. Opacity means transparency. Opacity means what? Transparency. RGBA, A is transparency, right? That is part of RGBA. Here, opacity still is separate. In filter, saturate, sepia, contrast. This is filter like that. So many are there. Now see, here filter is there. That's why filter options are showing. Now if I click on this, you can see so many. Few you have worked, few you haven't worked. Right? Now let us see. Align items. Align items we have worked or not? Align items we have worked. Align items stretch. Align items center. Align items means what? Normally vertically positioning. Stretch means it is stretching it. Center means it is center. Let's start. Let's end. Baseline. This is part of flex box. Align items we have worked on. Likewise, we have something called align self. Align self also we have worked. Remember, only one box we is moving down. Like now we have stretch here, center here. Let's start. Is applying to this. Let's end. Baseline. Align self we have worked. Align content we have worked. And background image we have worked. Background image we have worked. Yes or no? This is background image. They are not dealing with the images, they are dealing with some text. We have something called gradients. What? Gradient. Gradient means you can mix two colors and form your own background color. They have given all those things. But not many people are using these things. Why? Do you find this kind of backgrounds nowadays? Why? You don't find now. Earlier, internet was too slow. Using images is a costly activity. Costly means it's the performance. That's why we were using trick like take the small image and use that repetitively. That is one technique. This is another technique. What you take multiple colors and form some style. So this also won't take much space. It can load much faster. But nowadays, why do we need these things? Internet is too fast nowadays. People are there are certain websites where if you enter into that website, video itself they are putting it as background. Sir, see, YouTube is famous now. But if they release YouTube in 2002, it won't be famous. Why? Internet is too costly and it is too slow. 2 Mbps, 19 lakhs, I told you, in 2002. Who purchases with 19 lakhs? No one. We can count in India who is purchasing. In India, that to 2 Mbps speed. Now, if you have observed, the consumption of YouTube becomes more after Geo revolution. Earlier, if Geo introduced 1 GB per day, everyone thought, "Arey yaar, 1 GB what to do?" But now, 1 GB array in 1 hour it's gone. Yes, sir. Now, then no web series, nothing. Now web series, hundreds of web series, OTTs, and so many things came. Got a point? Internet is speed, so demand for videos became popular. Here also, now these things are gone days. If you want, you can still try these gradients, we call it. A linear gradient, radial gradient, like that will be there. Likewise, so many are there. You just have a look into it. Which one? Align content. This one. You can add multiple images now. What was coming? What is the size of the image? That one image. Small or big? Then how it will display. See, it's like this. Imagine this is your div. This is your div. Imagine this is your image. If you put this image as background, naturally, if you put two images, it won't be sufficient. Space is very less and image size is much bigger. Oh. The behavior is side by side. And if you want, you can position it also. See, normally it comes side by side. But background position, you can change it the way you want. Background size, you can change it the way you want. Background size we can give contain or cover or percentages or pixels also. Even if the image is bigger, you can make it smaller using background size. You can position it side by side using background position. Got a point? In that way, it can be done. And if you see here, we have worked on borders also. Solid red is the red color is the color, and solid is the style. And the 10 pixel solid red. Then dotted. Are able to see? Dotted. Dashed. Are able to see, observe the difference between dotted and dashed? Dotted are like full stops, dashed are like hyphens. Then inset, outset, ridge, groove, double. So many styles you can try. Likewise, you can try so many things are there. Border radius also we have tried, if you remember. Border radius also we have tried 100 pixel border radius. If it is 50 pixel, it shows little less curve than 100 pixels. Then you see the shape here. Border radius first to 50 pixel we have given, next to 10 pixel only we have given. So this one and this one 50 pixel. this one and this one, 10 pixels. And you can give it in percentages also. If it is a rectangle size, it shows oval if you give in percentages. If it is square size, it shows circle if you give in percentages. Right? Likewise, you can see box shadow we have tried. This is like interactive. Either you write it or you just select the options, you can understand it. This is mainly useful to understand the behavior of the CSS property. We have covered few. Why we haven't covered everything? You may have 500 contacts. You can make call to everyone. Hardly 10, maximum 20. Exactly the same thing. So many features are there, but most common things are very few. Those most common things we are using it. Imagine if there is some new requirement came which we haven't used earlier. So what, we can learn it and use it. You have to be like this. You have to be like a driver. Driver means what? Car driver. Car driver means I am not saying learn driving. We have to be car driver in the sense, if you ask the car driver, I wanted to go to this place. If he knows the route, he will take you. If he doesn't know the route, he will ask anyone and he will take it. But he will not say, I don't know the route, I don't know. Will he say that? No. So driver job is, if he knows the route, he will take you. If he doesn't know the route, learn the route and take you. Exactly the same way we should be. If you know how to do it, do it. If you don't know how to do it, learn it and do it. But there is a difference. Here you are paying and learning. In job, getting paid and learn, which is better? That is better naturally. Understanding. But to go to that standard, we have to learn something. Understanding. Why? Now what I can do, I can cover each and every CSS property. I can cover each and every JavaScript, HTML. I'll make this course 2 years. For example, in the 2 years means, can I charge the same amount or I have to charge more? I have to charge more. Around 4 or 5 times more I have to charge, for example. Why? Why are you paying huge amount of money and huge time? You learn some concepts, then go to job. They are getting paid and learn. Which is better? Getting paid and learn is better. Got my point? Unfortunately, most of you have spent 4 years. You already lost most of the time. So again, investing another 2 years or 3 years on this is not a good thing. Even though you learn, you don't use much. Got my point? Why are you not learning flight? You can learn car, you can learn cycle, you can learn bike. Why are you not learning flight? Okay, imagine you have learned it. Where do you apply it? Where do you use it? Can we buy a flight? What is the point of learning? We don't use it. There is no point in learning that. Got my point? If Ambani's son is learning flight, there is a reason. He has flights, private chartered flights for them. We have bikes or cars. We focus on that. Got my point? Exactly. Don't try to spend too much on unwanted stuff. So that's why what we have done, what are the important things we are covering during the course. That covers 70-80%, but remaining 20% may vary. In interview, they will ask you some question which BRN is not covering. What do you say? Manjunath didn't cover. Do you say that? Or You have to learn it and you have to answer well in the next interview. You have to answer well and learn well and answer it in the next interview. That's how you have to be. Got a point? So when you get time, we just go through about these things. So many things are there actually. Visibility also we have worked. Visibility, visible, hidden. Are you able to see all this? Now, if I click on this, try it yourself. Now see, it is showing you the code of that. Now I have selected visibility. Visibility code is showing. Visibility hidden they are giving. For what span? Span is another element. Anyway, we will be working on that span at the time of forms. Now, let me show you. I'll be selecting filter. Now it is showing all the options. Now what I'll do, I'm clicking on try it yourself. Now they'll be showing you what they have done. They have taken an image. For that they have given ID. For that ID they are applying filter, which is displaying like this. Now if I change it to grayscale, for example, now let me change it here. It will change. Instead of invert, I'll give grayscale and be just 10% only. Now if I say run gray, it is coming or not coming? Applying the grayscale. For flex direction, we have possible value, limited possible values. What row, column, row reverse, column reverse. In the same way, filter also there are certain limited possible values, which we can find it here. These are the limited possible values. None, blur, brightness, contrast, and all. And if you take the cameras nowadays, you know, this is one of the filters which you will find it in your cameras. You know, if you take any picture, they are improvising the colors of the picture. Have you observed it? You can see normal red, but in camera, if you take the picture, that red shows more color. They are applying these filters only. Like this, they are applying some effective filters. Got a point? Instagram is initially famous for these filters only. Instagram. Got it? Next, we'll be working on React. We'll be working on React. React or React.js, we can say. What exactly is this React.js? Any idea? Hmm? Single page application, perfect. Means what? Okay. Can you go elaborate and a bit detail? Okay, we'll be going into just to give you an example. Now, you know, I have created a web page like this, and here I am showing some heading content. Welcome to PR and Protect, something like that. Now see, welcome to PR and Protect, like that I have given, and here and I am giving website name and address and all those things I have given it. And here I am showing your details. Now that means student picture, student details I am showing. For example, like this I have created. Now per batch, imagine 20 people are there. How many pages I have to create? 20 pages I have to create. Yes or no? Imagine I have created these 20 pages. Another one I have created. 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 Now how many headings I should have? Here I have created 6. So 6 headings I should have. So whatever I have created, the same thing I can use here, or I have to recreate it in this HTML page also. We have to recreate it. Now 6 pages are there, 6 headings I have created, 6 footers I have created. Understand? Imagine BRN has 40 students per batch. Now how many HTML pages I have to create? 40. How many headers I have to create? How many footers I have to create? 40. Perfect. If for 40 pages we are creating. Now just to see how many users Facebook has. Millions. Yes or no? Imagine around 200 crore users are there. 200 crore. Now how many pages they have to create? 200 crore pages. How many headings they have to create? How many footers they have to create? How many menus they have to create? 200 crore. Understand? 40, 50, okay, copy paste do it. 200 crore, 300 crore. Is it a small number? No. It's a very big number. So Facebook started facing big challenges like this. Yeah, we can create for one person or make it 10 people, 100 people, 1000 people, lakh people. But how it is in crores, hundreds of crores. This is the problem they were facing. This is the problem they were facing. So what they have done? They have decided that okay, we have to do something. We have to do something. There is no point in creating separate page for each and everything. We should reuse it. Reuse it. Now just imagine 200 crore page users are there. 200 places they have given Facebook. Now their company has named from Facebook to Meta. Now they wanted to add a small text called Facebook by Meta. How many places they have to change? 200 crore places they have to change. So even a small change also, it is a big activity for them. This is the problem. What Facebook has faced. To solve this problem, they have created something called React.js. What? React.js. This they have created for their websites actually. What is the advantage of this React.js? Now, 200 crore pages are there, 200 crore headings are there. If you use React.js, no need of 200 crore headings. You create only one heading, use it 200 crore times. Use it 200 crore times. This approach, the old approach is create 200 crore times. The new approach is you create one time, use it 200 crore times. Which is better? Second one is better. If there is any change, you change it in that one place, it reflects all the 200 crore because we have used the same thing every. Then that saves lots of time for them. That is what React.js is. And they have not only used it for Facebook, they have used it for Instagram also. They have used it for Instagram also. So using React.js, they have developed it for their sites, and they have used it for Facebook, and they have used it for Instagram, and they have used it for web.whatsapp also. Web.whatsapp, they have used it there also. So web problem is solved. But Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp works only on web or mobile also. Mobile also. Now how to deal with mobile? This is for browser based. Now they have to deal for browser web, mobile also. For that they have created another thing called React Native. What? React Native. React Native is something they have developed for mobile applications for both iOS and Android. So the so-called Facebook application which you are seeing in your iPhone or Android, or Instagram application in iPhone or Android, or WhatsApp application in your iPhone and Android, developed using React Native. React JS is for web, React Native is for mobile. What is the advantage of using these technologies? With less efforts, we can achieve more. Less efforts, we can achieve more. That is the advantage. Understanding? And what they have done, they have created these things for themselves, and they have used it. And they thought this is something good, people can also get benefit from it. So, what they have done, they have released it to public. They have released it to public. Public also started using it. Flipkart is something developed by using this only. Flipkart is developed using something like this. React JS for web, React Native for iOS and Android. And we are going to focus on this React JS. And if you learn this React JS, that means React Native also you learn 80%. Learn React JS, React Native also 80%. Concepts are same. The remaining 20% I will be sharing videos. Around 15 videos are there. I will be sharing those videos. At the last, if you go through those videos, you can work on web, you can work on iOS, you can work on Android. Understanding? See, there is a company called Bharat Biotech. What? Bharat Biotech. What this Bharat Biotech has done? Bharat Biotech, Hyderabad-based company. Bharat Biotech has identified or created a vaccine called Covaxin for coronavirus. And what government has done? Government has taken the vaccine from Bharat Biotech and given to all public, almost free of cost. So everyone get benefit from it. Yes or no? Now the whole India got benefited from it. No doubt about it. Now imagine still that virus is still dangerous. You couldn't have sit here and learn like this. Understand? Exactly the same. What Facebook has done, they have created the technology for themselves and they have given it to public. And it is super duper success. Why? With less efforts, we can achieve more. Less efforts, we can achieve more. See, imagine you have completed the course, you got process. It is taking efforts and time. Now you wanted to purchase a vehicle. Which vehicle do you purchase? You purchase cycle or bike? Why bike? Imagine you don't have enough money. Then you purchase cycle. Why? What do you purchase? Even if you don't have enough money, you go and apply loan. And you take bike only. Why not cycle? You can afford cycle. But if it is bike, you wanted to take loan. But still you go and take loan and go take bike, not cycle. Why? Less efforts basically. If it is bike, it takes less efforts. Cycle takes more efforts. Exactly the same. Everyone is creating websites normally using HTML, CSS. But if people start using React JS, with less efforts they can achieve more. That's why people started using React.js. That's where React.js developers have huge demand in the market. Understanding? That's why we are learning that also. Understanding what we're doing. Clear? Confusion? Now we'll be going a bit depth into it. If you wanted to create any web page, mainly you need three things. What are those three things? HTML you need, CSS you need, and JavaScript we need. HTML we need, CSS we need, JavaScript we need. What is the purpose of HTML? Creating elements. Purpose of CSS? Beautification. Purpose of JavaScript? Logical building. Logical building means, imagine, just to give you an example, have you filled any forms before? HTML forms. How you have created your Pulse account? By filling the form only. Imagine this is a form with name. Name like this. Email like this. Age like this. You are creating a form like this. Now, using HTML, you create the form. Using CSS, you beautify this form. The purpose of JavaScript is logic. Logic in the sense, in the age, user has entered 9966409900. He has entered it. Is this the right value? Why not a right value? Maximum 100. Make it 120. Make it 120. This is in lakhs. This is not a valid number. JavaScript can tell this is invalid. JavaScript can tell this is invalid. That is part of JavaScript. Yes. Got your mind? Now, for example, name is there. G1. Is this the right name? Why not a right name? Yes, name means only alphabets, not numbers. But here number is coming. This is not a right name. HTML we can tell, we can create it. CSS we can beautify it, nice color, shadow, all alignments. But JavaScript can tell, hey, you have entered wrong value. That is the purpose of JavaScript. Understanding? And out of this HTML, CSS and JavaScript, which is more powerful? JavaScript is more powerful. HTML for creation, CSS is for beautification, JavaScript is for logical building. That means right or wrong to decide that. Now imagine I have English marks. English marks is there. I am just having a field here. Like this. Now minus 30 I have entered. Is this valid marks or invalid marks? Invalid marks. Or if I enter 983, valid or invalid? Invalid. JavaScript can tell it is invalid marks. And if you enter 98, JavaScript can also tell this is your pass or fail. 98 means pass, 18 means fail. Those kind of purposes JavaScript is helpful. Understanding? Out of these three things, which is powerful? JavaScript is powerful. JavaScript is powerful in such a way that chess game. Chess, basics, no need of expertise. Now in chess, we have something called camel. Camel can go cross. Elephant. Elephant can go straight. And And what about queen? Can go like camel, can go like elephant. Out of these three things, which is powerful? Queen is powerful. JavaScript is like queen in this case. Understanding what I'm saying? You don't have camel, you don't have elephant. If you have queen, still game is on. If you lost queen in the game, half done. So queen is powerful. That means queen can behave like camel. Queen can behave like elephant. Exactly the same thing. JavaScript is for logic purposes. No doubt about it. But through JavaScript, we can create elements like HTML. We can create styling through like CSS. HTML only creation. CSS only beautification. JavaScript can create, can beautify, can build logic also. All the three can be done. Like MS Dhoni, can bat, can field, like keeping, can be like a captain. Dhoni is equal to three people. Normally, a separate batsman is different, keeper is different, captain is different. No, normally. Now, this game works like all the three. Understand it? So, out of these three things, which is powerful? JavaScript is powerful. So, what Facebook team has done, they have used JavaScript more. If you wanted to create something, we have to use HTML. But they are not using HTML, they are using JavaScript. Understanding what I'm saying? If you wanted to create some styling, we can use CSS, but they are using JavaScript only. For JavaScript, they are using for everything. That's why they named it as React JS, not React HTML or not React CSS. They have named it as React JS. JS means JavaScript because they have used JavaScript more. They have used JavaScript more. Actually, they have used JavaScript for everything. For creation also JavaScript they have used. For beautification also JavaScript they have used. For logical building also JavaScript they have used. That's why they named it as React JS. Understanding what I'm saying? Now, let me show you about JavaScript. We haven't worked on JavaScript. Let me show you briefly. I'll be using JavaScript for creation, for beautification. Both I'll be showing you, so you'll be understanding. Okay. And again, I'm telling you, we are not working. We are not going to learn JavaScript now. At later point of time, we'll be working on in detail. We'll be working on in detail. But I'm just showing you the possibilities, so we can understand it. Now, it's like this. Say, I've created a folder called Intro to React. Let me open it. So we can style using JavaScript doesn't mean we are going to stop working on CSS. We have to work on CSS also. Okay. But anyway, let me show you. Let me create the index dot html. Index dot html I have created it. The normal way what we are doing it, and here I'll write some basics. Still loading. Basic stuff we have created. I am just showing you the view of Java. Just a like trailer. Okay. Now, what I am going to do? I am going to create a H1. I am going to create H1. So, this is a heading created using yes or no? This HTML is created using this heading is created using HTML. Yes or no? H1 tag we have used it. Now, if I open this, now see heading is displayed. Complicated? Simple. We have worked on it multiple times earlier. Now I have created using HTML. Now I wanted to beautify it. What I have to do? CSS. CSS I have to use it. Now what I will do? I am giving style.css. I am creating style.css, and I have to link the CSS. Yes or no? So I am giving link CSS, and here for this I am giving ID 1. I am given, and here what I will do is a hash 1. It's a color red. I have given it. Now if I come here and see red color text is as of now I have used HTML or I have used CSS. Both. HTML is for creation, CSS is for beautification. That we have done. We have done from past 2 weeks. We are doing the same thing. But let me show you. I'm going to show you JavaScript. I'm going to show you JavaScript. Now the HTML extension is .html. CSS extension is .css. JavaScript extension is .js. What? .js. Now I'm creating a JavaScript file. I just give the name main.js. What? Main.js. Are you able to see? Main.js. JavaScript file I have created it. But this also we have to link it. Like the way we have linked CSS file, we have to link JavaScript also. But for CSS we have used a link tag. For JavaScript we have to use script tag. Which tag? Script tag. We have to use it. First difference. And second thing, link tag is part of head. Script tag should be part of body. Script tag should be part of the body. That too at the end, at the last. Now here I am creating script tag. Script and I am giving src. And here I will say /main.js. So we have created the CSS file and we have linked the CSS file. In the same way we have created the JavaScript file and we are linking the JavaScript file. For CSS linking we have to use link tag. For JavaScript linking we have to use script tag. Complicated? Now I wanted to check JavaScript is linked or not. Now I have given some style in style.css. I can see it here. It is linked, which is applying it also. Now I wanted to check JavaScript is linked or not. I can simply write alert. What? Alert. You just write something called alert. Alert. I am writing JavaScript file is linked. Something like this I am writing. What if I write like this? You can find it. Now if I say refresh, are you able to see this file is coming? This message is coming. That means JavaScript is linked. Yes or no? Now whatever you want you can write it. Welcome. Now if I refresh it, coming. Now imagine I have deleted this line. Will that message come now? Not possible. JavaScript is not linked now. Now if I wanted to link it, where I have to link HTML, like head or body? Body. Where in body? At the end. So I'm saying script tag, it will automatically suggest here. I'll say dot slash main.js. You can give any name. I have given main.js. You can give any name. The only rule is first HTML page should be named as index.html. That's it. That's the only rule. Remaining CSS or JavaScript, any names you can give. Understanding? Okay. Now I have created the JavaScript file, but nothing is there in it. Now this, if I refresh it, alert is coming. That means it is linked successfully. Now I don't need this message also because we have checked that it is linked. Got a point? It's like this. Imagine you have a remote, batteries are dead. You will remove those old batteries, you will put new batteries. After putting new batteries, what do? You will check or not, whether changing it or not. Exactly the same thing we are doing. We have created the JavaScript file. We have linked it using script tag. I wanted to check it. I am just giving an alert and I am checking it. If that alert is coming, that means link. If not coming, it's not link. Got a point? Now, what is showing in our web page? Only one heading with red color text is showing. Now I wanted to create one more heading. Normally to create heading, we have to use HTML. Can be done through JavaScript also? Yes. Now let me try that. So now, again I am writing some JavaScript code. No need to learn JavaScript now. I am just showing you the possibilities. Just showing you the possibilities. And say, let the first heading is equal to document create element. Document dot to create element. Which one you wanted to create? H1. Then first heading dot inner HTML is equal to this heading is created using JavaScript. This line is creating the H1. This line is adding the text to the H1. And usually all the H1 tags will be adding it inside the body, right? Here also the same thing is said, document dot body dot append. I'll give first I have written some JavaScript code. Now, if I refresh it here, what I can see? This is created using JavaScript. If I go to HTML file and see the second heading, you don't find here. We have only one heading. Then how come the second heading is coming? So JavaScript it is. So JavaScript can work like HTML. Yes or no? Not only heading, you can create paragraph, you can create images, anything you can create. So JavaScript can work like HTML. Not only like HTML, it can work like CSS also. Now what I will do, I'll say first heading dot style dot color equal to ambiguous. Now if I refresh it, understanding? Complicated? What is this document dot element? What is this inner HTML? You just ignore all those things, not required. For now. For now, not required. Now I am refreshing it. Actually, we can see two headings. If I show this to you yesterday, you will tell we have created two headings in HTML. But is that true? We have created two headings, one using HTML and then using JavaScript. Actually speaking, I don't need to write any HTML. I can write everything through JavaScript also. I can write everything through JavaScript also. Understanding what I'm saying? Clear? What is the power of JavaScript? JavaScript can create like HTML, can style like CSS. Because this JavaScript is powerful, React team or Facebook team has used this JavaScript than HTML or CSS. Understanding? What they have done? They have created something called, we know HTML. You know HTML. But what this React team has done, they have created something similar like HTML called JSXML. What? JSXML. JSXML means JavaScript XML. That means what? It looks like HTML, but actually not HTML. Now, just to give you an example, I wanted to create a heading in HTML. How do I create it? I will create like this, and I will end like this. Yes or no? How do I create heading in JSXML? In JSXML also like this. Any difference? Same thing. But what they have done, they have created something called JSXML, which looks like HTML but not HTML. Which looks like HTML but not HTML. HTML and JSXML 98% same. How much? 98% same. Little differences are there. So in future, we are going to work on JSXML, not HTML. But JSXML also looks like HTML. What is the use of JSXML? Why they have created JSXML? Browser based only. Now, what actually they have done, right? Imagine you have created heading like this. This is not HTML. This is JSXML. This JSXML will be converted into JavaScript. Be converted into JavaScript. That means like this, like this. We'll be writing like this first. That will be converted into JavaScript like this, and that will be converted into HTML. We are writing JSXML. That will be converted into JavaScript. That will be converted into HTML. Why we have to write JSXML again? We have to convert. Why again we have to use HTML? If you follow this approach, reusability can be increased more. Reusability can be increased more. That means you write one time and use it multiple times. That is the purpose they are doing this. Understanding what I am saying? Confusion? We don't need to bother much about it. All this conversion, creation, everything they will do automatically. Now you see here. Now I'm just right clicking here. I'm saying inspect. Are you able to see H1 here? Directly we have created H1. But the second one, if you observe, this is also creating H1. But have we created a HTML directly? No, we have written it in JavaScript. JavaScript, it has been converted into HTML. So it's like this. Till yesterday, we were writing HTML. Today, what I have shown you, we'll be writing it in JavaScript that will be converted into HTML. In React, we'll be writing it in JSXML that will be converted into JavaScript that will be converted into HTML. Step by step. Understanding what I am doing? Confusion? Clear? Understanding what I am saying? So, we were writing HTML till yesterday. Today I have shown you creating JavaScript file that will be converted into HTML. And in React means we will be writing in JSXML. JSXML will be converted into JavaScript. JavaScript will be converted into HTML again. Why at the end everything is converting into HTML? Browser understands HTML. Browser supports HTML only. Now see, giving an example. When I was in Singapore, there was a sudden plan that I had to travel to India. That is a sudden plan. Naturally, everyone will be excited to come to India. Then, out of excitement, I carried my Singapore dollars only. I haven't converted that into Indian rupee. So when I landed into Pune, I have Singapore dollars with me. I forgot to take it in airport also. Then I have taken a hotel and stayed there. My company arranged that all the hotel facilities. Now I have Singapore dollars. I don't have money. Money means Indian rupees. Now what to do? Can I use that Singapore dollars? Now I have to convert that into Indian rupee. Again, I have to go to airport or foreign exchange like that. And my phone is also not working. Singapore phone, it's not working. So then what I have done, I have been to a small shop. Now, can I borrow your mobile phone? I can make a call. Then I made a call to Gopi, and Gopi transferred some money to my account. I have a debit card, luckily, in my purse. Yes. So he has transferred. Now I have been to ATM, withdrawn money, and used it. In India, only rupee is used, not Singapore dollar or US dollar. Exactly the same thing here. Browser is designed in such a way that it understands HTML, CSS, JavaScript. JSXML, if you write it, it won't understand. It is not designed for that. So we have to convert that into HTML at the end. That's why, that's what they are doing automatically for us. You write JSXML, that will be converted into JavaScript, that will be converted into HTML. And why they have created a JSXML is easy to write. Now tell me which is easy to write. This is easy to write, or this is easy to write. HTML is easy to write. That's why they have created JSXML. What they wanted to do at the end, they wanted to use JavaScript. Why they wanted to use JavaScript? That is more powerful. Through JavaScript, they wanted to create HTML. So they are doing it. But creation, everything using JavaScript is a complicated activity. You have to write lots of code. That's why they have created one more thing called JSXML. You write JSXML, looks like HTML. Internally, they are working to convert that into JavaScript, that converting into HTML again. So complicated activities are internally happening, but it doesn't matter to us. Easy to us. See, if I accelerate the accelerator, so many things might be happening in between. But all that thing that machine is doing, for just rotate that accelerator. That's it. Like this. Got a point? we have to write it in JSXML, convert that into JavaScript automatically by them, convert that into HTML automatically by them. The advantage of this is reusability. Now 200 crore pages, normal HTML if you use, 200 crore times you have to write. If you use this approach, one time you write it, 200 crore times you use it. That is the advantage, that's why they are doing like this. Got a point? For headings or for a simple heading, they are saving lot of time. That means for whole website, how much time they can save. That's the quick learning. Now, 2 Mbps, 100 rupees connection. Internet speed is 2 Mbps, 100 rupees. 40 Mbps, 400 rupees. Which one do you choose? Right, this is coming for just 100 rupees only. No? Then why are you choosing 40 Mbps speed? Even though you are spending some extra money, lots of time can be saved. Yes, sir. A 40 Mbps connection, 2.5 hour movie can be seen in 2.5 hour only. 2 Mbps connection, 2.5 hour movie, we have to see it in 5 hours. Buffering. Time is wasting. That's why you'll go for 40 Mbps connection. Exactly the same thing. You can write HTML or write it in JSXML, which will be converted into JavaScript and HTML. Which one we have to use? JSXML to JavaScript, JavaScript to HTML. The reason is it saves lots of time. Why it saves lots of time? Because we can reuse it. We can reuse it. That is the advantage. Understanding what I'm saying? Confusion? So now, what the React team has done, what Facebook team has done, they have created. Now I have created only one JavaScript file. So they have created one JavaScript. I have created one JavaScript file to make these things work, like JSXML to JavaScript, JavaScript to HTML. They have created so many JavaScript files to make this work. So many JavaScript files. And this collection of JavaScript files is called as a JavaScript library. What? JavaScript library. Collection of JavaScript files is called as, in this situation called as library. JavaScript library means what? We might have heard or seen about books library. Books library means you'll be having collection of books, right? Sir, no. JavaScript library means collection of JavaScript files. So what the React team has done to make it more reusable and easy to use, they have created so many JavaScript files. They have created so many JavaScript files that we have to use it. And the collection of the JavaScript files are called as library. If we use that JavaScript library created by them, our life can be easier. With less efforts, we can achieve more. Understanding what I'm saying? Now, just to show you, I'm just saying it as JavaScript library. You can also call it as programming library. What? Programming library. Now, I'll just programming. See here, what are libraries in programming? Libraries in programming languages are collection of pre-written code that users can use to optimize tasks. Collection of pre-written code which they have done it. We can use it. Our work can be easier. Understanding what I'm saying? Now, I'm giving an example. You wanted to eat pizza. So you wanted to prepare it. For pizza, what you need? Base we need. Pizza base we need. Then sauces we need. Then chilies, chili flakes, oil, olives, all those things we need it. All those things we need it. So basically, what we want to make a pizza, we need a pizza base, sauces, jalapenos, oregano, chili flakes, like multiple things we need it. Probably we may need olives also. Yes or no? Okay. These things we need it. If you wanted to make pizza, these things you need it. What do? You want imagine chili flakes. So you start to the land and start seeding the chili trees. You can get chili flakes now. If you put some water for around 5 to 6 months, you can get the chilies. You can dry it and you can crush it. In 7 8 months, chili flakes can be ready. Yes or no? Do you do that or you go to supermarket and purchase chili flakes? Why? Saves time. Someone has done already everything for that. We are just using the ready to use one. It saves our time. If you wanted to make everything on your own, if you try now, probably next year you may eat. Understanding? So, if you go to supermarket, by the evening you can eat it. If you go to Zomato, in 1 hour you can eat it. Got my point? So here, if you wanted to make something, creating everything on your own is not an ideal solution. Ready to use, if you use it, you can make it faster. You wanted to construct a house, you have purchased the land. For pillars, you need iron. What do? You go to iron ore and start digging there. Then what do? You go to iron shop and purchase a 2 ton, 3 ton iron. Yes or no? That saves lots of time for you. You want cement. You go to cement ore and start digging that cement. No. You go to cement shop and purchase the bags of cement. If things are ready to use, that construction can be faster. Because you are doing ready to use stuff, it is taking 6 months to 1 year time. Everything you wanted to do on your own, it will take generation time. Exactly the same thing. Libraries means ready to use code. Libraries in programming languages are collections of pre-written code. In our case, who has written that code? Facebook team has written that code. Collection of pre-written code. Libraries in programming languages are collection of pre-written code that users can use to optimize tasks. Now, what Facebook has done, Facebook developers has created certain JavaScript files to simplify their website development. And what they have done, they have given it to public, like us. And for that pre-written code, they have given a name called React. What? React.js. React.js means collection of JavaScript pre-written code, which we can use it. So our development can be much faster. Understanding what I'm saying? You wanted to make paneer curry. I'm giving an example. What do? You start purchasing milk, or you will go to supermarket and purchase paneer. You can prepare paneer from milk also, but you need to spend lots of time on that. Instead of that, you go to supermarket, you take one Amul paneer. In 10 minutes, it is ready. If you are lazy to go, there is one more thing called Zepto. Nowadays you can see the ad in 10 minutes. I don't know how they give in 10 minutes. You will be getting it. Understanding? Understood what is library means? What is library means? Collection of pre-written code. Collection means multiple, not only one, multiple. Collection of pre-written code which can be useful for task, for development of something. Understanding what I'm saying? Confusion? Clear? Now, can you tell me what is a Google Fonts website? Collection of fonts, they are keeping it in Google Fonts website. Can you tell what is a YouTube? Videos. So Google Fonts website is a collection of fonts. YouTube is a collection of videos. Play Store, collection of apps. The same way, there is another website called npmjs.com. What? npmjs.com. npmjs.com is actually collection of JavaScript libraries. Collection of JavaScript libraries. Facebook team has created a library. Yes or no? Like Facebook, so many companies has created so many libraries. All those libraries we can find it in npmjs.com. Understanding what I'm saying? Now, I'm giving an example. Rajamouli's new movie with Mahesh Babu. Teaser is going to be released tomorrow 5 p.m. for example. Where do we find that teaser? YouTube. YouTube is a place where people upload it to YouTube. People see from YouTube. Exactly. npmjs.com is a website where whoever develops JavaScript libraries will be uploading into npmjs. Whoever wants it, those JavaScript libraries will be downloading from npmjs. Understanding what I'm saying? Confusion? Clear? Now, let me come to a website called npmjs.com. So YouTube is a collection of videos. npmjs is a collection of JavaScript libraries. Library means collection of files, JavaScript files. Library means collection of files actually. Of course, it depends. Book library means collection of books. Audio library means collection of audio songs. JavaScript library means collection of JavaScript files. This npmjs is a collection of JavaScript files or JavaScript libraries. Libraries. Lakhs of libraries are there. How many videos are there in YouTube? Millions. Here also millions of libraries are there. Millions of libraries are there. We can learn each and every library. Our lifetime will not be sufficient for that. Do we watch each and every video on YouTube? Why? Millions are there. Why we need to waste our time on so many videos? Whichever we wanted to use it. You will see it. Exactly the same thing. Here, npmjs has lakhs of JavaScript libraries which we can use it. Understanding what I'm saying? Confusion? Now, what we have to do? Now, I wanted to create a website or web application using HTML, for example. No need of this npmjs.com website. But I don't want it to use just HTML. I wanted to take advantage of JSXML. Then I have to use React library. Where can I find that React library? In npmjs website. In npmjs website. Now what I can do? I can download that React library from npmjs.com and I can use it. If I use it with less efforts, we can achieve more, which leads to saving lots of time. Understanding what I'm saying? Confusion? Clear? Now, it's like this Play Store has so many apps. If you wanted to install any of the app into your smartphone, what application you should have? Play Store app. Play Store website is also there. Play Store app is also there. If you have Play Store app into your smartphone, then you can install it. Exactly the same thing. npmjs.com website is there. And there is a software called NPM. There is a software called NPM. If you install that NPM software, you can download the libraries from npmjs.com. Got a point? Clear? Confusion? Now, you wanted to download the app from Play Store. Which app you should have first? Play Store app. Are you installing that Play Store app, or it is automatically coming with Android operating system? It is automatically coming with Android operating system. Exactly the same thing here. Now, what I wanted to do, there is a website called npmjs.com. This npmjs.com has lakhs of libraries in it, JavaScript libraries, including React. Facebook has created this React libraries. They have uploaded to npmjs.com. Now I wanted to use that. That means I have to download it. And you have to use it. To download it, I should have a software called NPM. I should have a software called NPM. But NPM, if you wanted to install it, there is no separate software called NPM. If you wanted to install NPM, there is another software called Node.js. What? Node.js. If you install Node.js, automatically along with Node.js, NPM will come. If NPM is available in your system, you can connect it to npmjs.com and download whatever the libraries you want, and you can use it. Got my point? So, for your understanding, I can compare like this. This is like a Play Store website. This is like a Play Store app. This is like Android OS. If you install Android OS in your device, automatically Play Store app will come. If you have Play Store app, you can download and install from Play Store. Exactly the same thing. Now, if you install Node.js in your system, in Node.js, NPM will come automatically. And if NPM is installed in your system, you can download and use npmjs.libraries from npmjs. This is the reason I told you to install Node.js in your system. Now, let me go to Node.js website. Node.js is a software actually. Have you heard about a programming language called C? This Node.js software is developed using C. This Node.js software is developed using C. That's why everything is command line interface. Means you have to give commands. In C, you have to give commands. Here also we have to do like that because this is also developed using C. Now I am just downloading this. I am clicking on this LTS. LTS means long time support. Now it is around it is 69 MB file. Right? I am downloading Macintosh. Windows may be a bit very. Now, what is the latest version of Node.js? 18.12.1. 18.12.1. Now, if I double click on this, what I am going to install now? Node.js. Why I am installing Node.js? To install NPM. Why I wanted to install NPM? libraries from npm.js. Why I wanted to use libraries from npm.js? To use React. Why I have to use React? To make our work easier. Got my point? That's why I am doing it. Now see, I am installing Node.js. If you observe here, this package will install Node.js and are able to see npm also. It's like this. Kids nowadays, if you take them to supermarket, they will search for what? Chocolate. Which chocolate? Not dairy milk. They are improved now. They'll set something called Kinder Joy. Why Kinder Joy? They will double benefit. They will be getting chocolate and a toy. If you buy dairy milk, only chocolate. But if you buy Kinder Joy, you will be getting chocolate and toy. Both. And actually speaking, they want mainly the toy. Because they want toy, we have to purchase Kinder Joy. Exactly the same thing here. Here, npm is like toy. We want npm, but to get npm, we have to install Node.js. Understanding what I'm saying? Because this Node.js is a command, like developed using C, it is a command line. It's like you have to give commands. Now I'm going to install this Node.js in my system. I'm saying continue. Already it is installed in my system, but still I'm installing again. I'm installing Node.js along with Node.js. npm also will come. If I get npm, I can download libraries from npm.js. If I can download libraries from npm.js, I can download React library. If I download the React library, that is the pre-written code which makes our work easier. That's what we are going to do. See, there is a link for each and everything. Now it is installed. Node.js is installed. Now, once it is installed, I wanted to check whether it is installed or not. It is showing it is successfully installed. But still, I wanted to check whether it is installed or not. What I will do, I'll open Visual Studio Code. I have created a folder called HTML and CSS, and whatever we have worked so far, everything, I have kept it inside this. All these days we have worked. Now we are working on React. So now I am creating a folder called React. I am creating a folder called React. Now I will open this through Visual Studio Code. Now the first thing what I wanted to do is I wanted to check whether Node.js is installed or not. I wanted to check that. As I said, Node.js is developed using C. It is command line interface. We have to give commands. So now I am clicking on View. I am into React folder. I am clicking on View. I am clicking on Terminal. Are you able to see it? I am clicking on Terminal. Now here terminal is showing, and if you observe here, what it is showing actually, the first part is the username of the system. Manjunath B is the username of the system, and at the rate, and this is the name of the system. MacBook Air. This is MacBook Air. This is the name of the system. And after that is the folder name. What? Folder name. First username of the system, then the name of the system, then the folder name. Now we are into which folder? React. Now it is showing we are into React folder. Through terminal we are into React folder. Through terminal we are into React folder. Now what I will do, I wanted to check whether Node.js is installed or not. I will give a command called node space hyphen version. If I say node space hyphen version, if I say enter, now see 18.12.1. That is the version I have in my system. If it says a command not found or something, that means node is not installed. Now node I have checked. Now I wanted to check npm is also installed or not. It is already installed, we have seen, but I wanted to check it. So if I wanted to check npm is installed or not, I'll say npm space hyphen version. 8.19. We have installed node, along with node npm also came. So node is like Rama, npm is like Lakshmana. Wherever Rama goes, Lakshmana also comes. See the joint later at the time of marriage. Till then, Lakshmana only accompanied. Got a point? So Rama has to go to forest. Automatically Lakshmana also traveled with him. Exactly. So Node.js is like Rama. npm is like Lakshmana. If you take Node.js, Lakshmana is also come along with this. I am giving an example. Okay. Now Node.js is installed successfully. And npm also installed successfully. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to download React libraries. I wanted to download React libraries and I wanted to use it. Right? Now to download and use it, they have created a single command. React team has created a single command. If you create that, if you give that single command, why I am giving through command? Because it's developed using C. If I give that single command, it will automatically connect to npmjs.com, downloads the React libraries, and creates a folder, creates the index.html file, creates CSS file, creates JavaScript files, linking, everything will be done automatically. Normally till date what we have done, we have to create a folder first, then index.html, then CSS, then link CSS to index.html. All those things we have to create it. But here everything will do automatically. That's what they made it our life easier. Understanding what I'm saying? If you go to hotel, what is the advantage? You just go and order, I want that, I want this, that's it. Everything will come to us. Exactly. They'll make our life easier. Now, what I will do, I am going to create a command. Please note down the command npx space create hyphen react hyphen app. npx space create hyphen react hyphen app and space and the name of the application name, I'll say first React app. What is the name of the application we are creating? First React app. Where are we creating? Inside React folder. Because here it is, we are inside React. Yes, sir. Now what I will do, I have given the command npx space create React app, first React app. I'll just say enter. Now all the work it will do. See, are able to see? First React app folder is created. Normally we create the folder, but here they have created the folder. Not only they create the folder, they'll connect it to npmjs.com, download the React libraries. Download the React libraries. Not only that, they'll create index.html. Not only that, they'll create CSS file. Not only that, they will link that CSS into HTML file. They'll create so much of stuff. You just keep on observing here. Now see, this is our React folder. The React app folder, which is automatically created. Now see, there is a file called package.json is created. I'll be showing you in detail in our next session what exactly is package.json, what exactly this src folder, what exactly public folder. All those things will be going in detail. But right now, what is happening? Installing React.js libraries from where? npmjs.com. If you install it from npmjs.com, which software you should have? npm you should have. How do you get npm? By installing Node.js. Got my point? Clear? This is a time-taking activity. Installing packages are nothing but downloading. It depends upon your internet speed also. And it downloads approximately around 200 to 300 MB. It's not just 1 or 2 MB. It's around 200 to 300 MB. It takes time. In my system, it takes more time than your system. Why? Because of my system, I am sharing the screen, right? Sharing the screen, that takes more power actually. That's why in my system, it takes little extra time than in your systems. Because in your systems, you don't need to share your screen. So it can be much faster. So basically, I wanted to create a website or web application. Both are same in a way. Now I may have hundreds of pages. Now there are certain things I wanted to reuse instead of writing again and again and again and again. Understanding? But if I use HTML and CSS, I cannot reuse much. But using JavaScript, I can reuse. That's why what Facebook team has done, they have used JavaScript and created a library called React.js. Library means collection of files basically. So JavaScript library means collection of JavaScript files. For that, they have given a name called React.js. See, collection of homes, we call it as colony. For that colony, some name will be given, right? The same way, collection of JavaScript files they have created, we call it as library. For that library, they have given a name called React.js. Now we wanted to use that React.js, so with less code, we can achieve more. To use that React.js is available in npmjs.com website. Why in npmjs.com? npmjs.com is a website where all the JavaScript libraries will be uploaded by the developers, like YouTube. Understand? Nowadays, all the movies are uploading into OTT, right? Exactly in the same way, all JavaScript libraries are uploading into npmjs.com. Now, if I wanted to use the React.js library, I have to download that React.js library from npmjs.com. To download and use it from npmjs.com, I should have a software called npm. npm means Node Package Manager. What? Node Package Manager. npm means. If I wanted to install npm, so I can download from Node Package from npmjs.com. I have to install npm. To install npm I can get it from Node.js website app. So that's the reason I have been to Node.js website. I have downloaded Node.js app. After downloading the Node.js app, I have installed it. If I install Node.js is coming along with the npm is also coming. And this Node.js and npm, this is actually developed using C. So it is command user interface. CUI. We have to give through terminals. So I have opened the Visual Studio Code, view, terminal, this is coming. Now here I have given the command called, what is the command I have given? npx space create hyphen react hyphen app, then the space name of the application. You can give abracadabra also can give, but I have given some decent name. First react app. First react. Don't try to use any capital letters in application name because they are following certain standards. Spaces should not be there in application name. Capital letters should not be there. Like they have given certain standards. That's why I haven't given any spaces. If you want, you can use hyphen. First React app I have given it. Now the project is created. Now if you see here, first React app folder is created. Inside that, if you see, public index.html file is created. In src folder, css file is created. JavaScript file is created. Linked, everything they have done it. Got a point? Now, even they have also given command to run it also. So now we are into which folder? We are into React folder. We are into React folder. Let me clear this. Control K I have given. That means I have cleared it. Now I am into React folder. Now I wanted to run the application. This first React app. So I have to say CD first. CD space. What is the folder name? Our application is in first React app. Enter. Now we are into which folder? First React app folder. Then you just say npm start. What? npm start. If you say npm start, now what actually happens? Whatever the project is created, it will start running. Now it will. Now already they have created certain JSXML files. Already they have created certain JavaScript files. They have already written some JavaScript XML, JSXML they have created it. That will be converted into JavaScript, that will be converted into HTML, and they will be showing it here now. Now it is taking time. Have you observed it? It is taking time. And what actually internally happening? JSXML is there, right? The JSXML is converting into JavaScript. JavaScript will be converted into HTML. That is a time-taking activity. That is a time-taking activity. Now it has completed it. Now see, compiled successfully. Are able to see it. Compiled means conversion in a way. Now I'll just open it. See, this is our React application. First React application. This is the React logo. This is the React logo, and they are saying edit src/app.js and save to. All these days we were working on HTML files. Now we are going to work on JavaScript files. All these days we have created HTML. Now we are going to create JSXML. In HTML files we have created HTML till date. Now in JavaScript file we are going to create JSXML. Just to show you briefly, they are telling to go to src folder app.js. Now here I am coming to src folder app.js. Their extension is .js, that means JavaScript file. But here, if you see, here if you see, this div, this is HTML or JSXML? This is JSXML. Looking like HTML. Now, I said JSXML is like 98%, 2% different. That difference I will show you. Are able to see here? What is this? Class name. In HTML, it is actually class. In JSXML, class name. There is a difference. Yes or no? Like this, small differences are there. That's it. We'll be working in detail a bit later. Now, first, what I'll do, I'll just delete everything. I'll keep that div and I'll create h1. This heading is created using JSXML and converted into JavaScript and then converted back to HTML. In simple, JSXML to HTML. That's what I have created. Simple heading. Now here I have given the div name as class name. Yes or no? But if I right click here and say inspector, what is it here? Class name is there or class is there? Class is there. Why class is there? HTML supports class, not class name. JSXML, class name. Now, what I have written JSXML or HTML. Looking like perfect. Directly, if I learn JSXML, probably you may not understand well, but because we have spent around 2 weeks on HTML, now you can tell. Now I no need to tell what is div in JSXML. We have already worked on. I don't need to tell what is h1 in JSXML. We have already worked on it. Same thing. Now HTML has something called paragraph. Yes or no? We'll create paragraph. This is a paragraph. Now I'll come here. I should see that. And if you see this is the app.js file. This is the main file. Like we were writing everything in index.html, right? Here app.js is the main file. And here, if you observe here, import app.css is also. That means CSS also they have linked it. Now if I come to CSS file, already certain pre-written CSS is there. If you want, you can change it. Now I'll simply give body background color. I'll give orange. Object color. I'll give. Now I can find that difference here. Earlier we were writing HTML in HTML file. Now we are writing JSXML in JavaScript file. That's the difference, main difference. This is just starting only. We'll be going in detail in our next session. I'll be showing you what is this node underscore modules folder, what is this package.json file, what is this src folder, public folder, all these things will be working. Understanding? It's like you have learned Honda Shine. Now you wanted to learn Bajaj Pulsar. How much time you need? More time you need it. Very less time. Almost zero time. Why? The same thing. But the only difference is probably gears, probably little up or down maybe. That's here also the same thing. Here the Honda Shine is like HTML. This is React is like Pulsar. The same thing with little differences. What are those little differences? There we are writing it in HTML file in HTML. Here we are writing it in JavaScript file using JSXML. But JSXML looks like HTML. Little differences. Right. That differences anyway we'll be covering in our next session. So now what I want you to do, the task is, if not installed, install Node.js. If you install Node.js, npm will come. Then start creating React project using the command called npx create React app, the application name. Then run it using the command called npm start. Remember, whenever you create a project, a folder will be created. You have to go to that folder using a command called cd. Cd means change directory. Cd space that folder name. They will be giving you instructions automatically. Then you give the command called npm start. Now imagine the project name is imagine the project name is second React app, for example. A folder with SRA will be created. You just give cd SRA. cd means change directory. Go to that folder once the project is created. Then you give npm start. Then it will be running. If you wanted to do any changes, come to src folder app.js. You do the changes. And here automatically whatever the changes you do will be reflecting here. In old approach, whatever the changes you do, if you wanted to see it, we have to use the live server extension. But here no need of live server extension. Whatever the changes you do, it will automatically recognize the changes, converting them to JavaScript to HTML, and it will show. Now see here. This supports hot reloading. What? Hot reloading. Hot reloading means whenever you do changes, it will automatically come here. Now I'll come here now. I am not using any live server. I am not saying right click open with the live server. I am not doing it. Automatically it will. Now we don't need live server extension as actually speaking. Now instead of this orchid color, I will change to orange color, for example. I have changed it to orange color. Now I will come here and see. Depending upon your system, it may take some time. If your system is too busy, it may take some time to process it, but it will do automatically. This is called hot reloading. What? Hot reloading. Now what I want you to do, I want you to install a Node.js. Automatically npm will come. You check Node.js installed or not. You check npm is installed or not. Then create a React project. And once the project is created, you do your own changes. Like this is a Sai Prakash project. This is Radha project. This is Harshini project, Monica project, Manikanta project. Like that, you do some changes that and submit it to Pulse. While submitting, remember, while submitting, you don't submit this node_modules folder. You don't submit this node_modules. Before submission, you delete this folder and submit it. Why? This node_modules is a folder where all the libraries has been downloaded and stored into this. We said React libraries should be downloaded, right? That libraries has been stored and downloaded and stored into this node_modules. And that file size will be, that folder size will be heavy, around 200 to 300 MB. If you zip it, you cannot upload 300 MB file. So you delete that folder, compress it, and submit it. Once you delete it, again it will not work for you. You just say undo, the deleted folder will go. Understanding? So before compress it, delete it. Don't do permanent delete. Just delete it, compress it. Then you just say undo, a deleted folder will come back again. Then you can work. If you try to compress that node_modules also, you cannot upload it because it will be more than 200 MB. Okay? Clear? This is just introduction only. We'll be going in detail. Okay. This is like we are going to work on HTML only, but not directly with HTML. JSXML we use. Environment is good. Understood the task? Now, what is actually happening here? I have created one H1. This JSXML is converting into JavaScript. Like document.create element dot style, we have written it, right? That will be converted into that, and that to HTML. We can see JSXML. In browser, we can see HTML. JavaScript developed by them, we cannot see them. JavaScript XML to JavaScript, then to HTML. In Visual Studio Code, I can see JSXML. In browser, I can right click and see HTML. JavaScript, we cannot see what they are generating. Okay. What is the task? Install Node.js. If not installed, why I am saying install, you may face some problems while installing it. If there are any problems, we will try to figure it out tomorrow. You create a project, automatically another folder will be created. Today we have covered overflow. Yeah. See, for everything there is a reason. You have to understand that reason. Understanding. There is a link between installation of Node.js and React. That link. Why we have installed Node.js? We want npm. Why we want npm? We wanted to download the libraries from npm.js. Which library you wanted to download? React.js libraries. Why we need React.js libraries? Because they have created that library. So if we use that libraries, our life will be easier. You might have observed it. Actually, folder has been created by them. Index.html file created by them. CSS file created by them. Linking, everything they have done automatically. Everything we used to do that. Now they have done automatically. That is just a starting one. So many things they are doing it in that. Let me take attendance. Madhuri, Aslam Sheikh, B. Monica, Charan Sai, Vinod, J. Monica, Anil, Muhammad Gauss, Manikanta Swami, Mastan Basha, Vishal, Durga Pranit, Dheeraj, Rahul, P. Sai Kumar,